I'm your host, Derrick Schommer. That's Kurt. That's the Ian. You got the now.
Yeah, hey, I'm
the Ian. And I'm Derrick.
I'm the one and only Ian.
Oh, I gotta make new name cards.
You do. I knew it was gonna happen. I was waiting for you to realize it.
Damn it.
Say we got some Shock Top.
We have Shock Top. So Shock Top sent this over, and then it happened to be that Kurt was gonna be here, and
he works
with these folks.
Yeah.
This is my babies.
Who do you officially work for? Is it AB or what do you?
Goose Island.
I work for the High End, which
High End.
is a division that carries Shock Top.
So you do Shock Top, Goose Island,
Blue Point, Legion, 10 Barrel, Golden Road.
A lot of these names I don't know. They small, like brands.
There's we got one in Arizona. I'm gonna screw up what the name of it is because I don't have it yet.
Oh, so
But then we have
Yeah.
Breckenridge. Breckenridge is ours.
Never heard it.
Yeah.
I've heard of Shock Top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Why do they call it Shock Top? Is it
okay,
just like blow up?
so Shock Top
are
is
great
a
with TJ Miller.
Belgian White, and it is a wheat beer, and the
So some people would say
grains
it's not really
are the very top of the wheat grains are called a shock, so it's like the shock top.
Oh, that makes sense.
Gotcha.
I knew there must have been something more creative to it than college kids just ordering because it's called Shock Top.
It's kind of fun to say though when you
It
go in there,
is.
you're like Shock
I'll
Top.
take Shock Top.
And they have a talking orange mascot. Who
Hey,
argues with TJ Miller. Who I
the
love.
TJ Miller commercials are fantastic.
They are.
You can't get past. It was funny because I actually saw the TJ Miller commercials before you guys got to.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And we were at our convention in DC, and like everybody like lost their minds. We were like, because we saw two of them. We saw the TJ Miller one, and then we saw this one that was. I don't know if you guys have seen the TV ads. That it's like a billboard, and then it's the Shock Top guy, and the guy like people walk by, and it starts talking to him.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
You seen
I've
TV
seen it.
ads? I forward.
Yeah, he's like in the grocery store. He's like, hey, you should buy me.
Well, that's the newer ones, but there was
Oh,
ones
okay.
that kicked off the entire campaign that were. It was like an outdoor billboard, and people would walk by and be like, "Hey, what's up, dudes?
Oh,
What's
okay.
going on?" And it was
I might have seen it. It sounds familiar.
yeah, we like lost our minds. We were like, "This is fantastic."
So are any of these the original?
Okay,
That
that
one
is the original.
That's what I
That's
figured.
what you'd call the core Shock Top.
This is your product.
Yeah.
This one's Honeycrisp Apple Wheat, which smells like Green Jolly Ranchers to me. I think one
okay.
of these is. Just I leave that.
And then you got a couple Shandies, which
Yeah.
is great for
Lemon
the summer.
Shandy.
Yep.
Shandies were all the
Summer
rage last
grapefruit
summer. I know
juice.
that.
The
So.
big thing with the
Grapefruit's
Shandy
the big
too
one, yeah.
is that Shock Top's been pushing on sustainability. So they've been working with California and the water crisis that's going on in California.
That's been forever.
Yeah, and they've been. I mean, the one thing that Shock Top does that's really really awesome is that a lot of craft brands kind of embrace nonprofit work and environmental work and stuff like that. AB's been doing that since day one. Like they've always been forefront in helping people. Whenever there's a disaster, we bottle water for them. You know, whenever there's like with Stella Shop right now, there is.
You have Stella, right?
Yeah, there's a program that they're running that.
Why did you bring it in?
For every chalice that you buy, there's water going to people that don't have water. And
That's
like,
been going on for a little while, too.
yeah, I mean the thing with Shock Top though is working with the California water crisis. They've been just very very dedicated in helping out with that big problem that's going to become a much bigger problem because a big majority of the water that's used there is used for our food. I mean, it's some ridiculous amount. It was like 60% of all food that's grown comes out of that area.
Irrigation and all that stuff.
Yeah,
You want to try this?
I've had Shock Top. I'm
Yeah,
very.
I've had a lot of Shock Top.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of
This
these.
is not a lot right
This
now.
is not my
Like,
first
this
rodeo with the Shock
This is
Top.
gone. Like he just boom, put it down like an ogre.
We got a few. We don't
The
need
way
to-
that
I
the
just wanna
way
make sure it's
I
used.
talk about
Look at you.
the entire line is it is an accessible way for people that traditionally don't drink craft beer to kind of transition into craft beer.
Yeah, it's approachable.
light.
It's very approachable. I mean, Belgian White's been. I mean, the Blue Moon brand.
Yeah.
It has been a very popular Belgian White.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other Belgian Whites out there, and I think the Blue Moon marketing probably made people aware about all these other brands, and it's great because they're out there and they're
But
great.
this isn't as citrusy as that. Like
No,
maybe
it's
it's
not
me.
that.
Like it doesn't have. Like it doesn't. It has citrus, but it doesn't have.
It's not as wild as the Allagash.
It's where it's
tame.
supposed to be very baseline
Yeah.
to the fact of that you're getting a Belgian White. Like that is a fundamental Belgian White. And then all the other stuff that we push down this way are all your kind of crazy things. And they have their innovation side at Shock Top is awesome. Like one of my favorite products that they sell pretzel beer.
Oh, cool.
Taste, smells It's awesome. It's just pretzel.
Is it like a sourdough yeast or something? That you
No, it's. I'm not exactly sure how they do it, but the end product is that it tastes peanut buttery and it's a pretzel beer.
It's like a snake bite.
These are the same price?
Yeah, so these ones that you got are traditionally sold in summer 12 pack.
This is that's what this is.
Yeah, so you can get it in the summer 12 pack. Lemon Shandy, Applecrisp, and Belgian White are also 16-ounce cans. And I just saw some new marketing that they will have 6-packs on the
Is that based on
grapefruit.
They better for the summer if they don't want to
Yeah.
miss the market, because grapefruit shandies were
The only thing is that they do draft wise. They are they hold back on what they refer to as their festival beer. So like, if you went to a festival right now, you'd probably get this in draft. But like a lot of the
draft.
restaurants won't have grapefruit in draft.
Yes.
Right. That's really good. That Honeycrisp. It's like
Dude,
it's
this
like
is
a
like a
snake,
cider.
It's like a snake bite, half cider, half beer.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Or is it
I don't
really,
think it's what it's
I don't know how
designed
you
as,
do
but I
that.
mean,
In the summertime, I carry the 16-ounce cans in my fridge of those. Those are, I think they're like, it's one of those things that you
Brewed
like.
with
You get a
cider.
girl that comes over to the house and she's like, "Oh, I'd like to try something."
That's a perfect transition area,
It's
right?
a transition.
Because it's a beer,
Yeah.
but it tastes like cider. But here's the thing. I love Honeycrisp. Like, that's my favorite
Yep.
apple. They're expensive apples. Like, I think
Yep.
that's why I was wondering, are they on the same price? Because you're saying, oh, let's take the like most expensive apple, like literally 3 times as much if you want to buy Honeycrisp than anything else in the store,
Yeah.
and put it into a beer. Come on, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah. It's
I'd pay extra for that.
no-brainer.
But it kind of has like that, not Granny Smith, but has a little bit of sour bite to it.
it's a little tart.
But it has that like sweet apple flavor to it, which
Yeah.
is.
It's vibrant.
It's
And
very vibrant.
I will. Since me and Ian have had this conversation with other people who watch, there are a few people, one mainly,
Yeah.
that's very much. Maybe you can even speak to this. That's very much into the Reinheitsgebot style. Like if you don't put in beer, water, and hops,
It's not
beer.
beer. Yeah.
All the stuff that goes in beer.
Barley, water, hops.
Well, that's the
then
thing.
you're doing it wrong. It's not. This isn't beer. This is something different.
What we've done over at the high end is that we are giving people such a wide variety of things that this is your transition. So it's good for the people that are transitioning, but at the same time, we sell Spaten. I mean, it doesn't get any more traditional than Spaten.
Right. True. But a Belgian White, still a traditional beer,
Yep.
I think, right? There's nothing
Yep.
crazy about it. So, how does your company deal with people who say you put fruit or anything in a beer? Like, is there any messaging?
They're
Or
German
you say
purity law centric.
No, because this is the same thing that we get into the discussion about where, from a cocktail side, people are like, oh, you're not supposed to do it this way, you're not supposed to do it that way. If it makes you happy, who cares?
Yeah.
This is new, but I had somebody, it's not in here anymore.
That's
my
not new.
stir is missing that says, I was stirring this way.
Yeah.
Like you're stirring backwards. You're supposed to stir at the back. But yeah, I understand. Some people do that, but I
it
don't.
It gets the job done, and it doesn't matter.
It
The
doesn't
other
affect,
thing,
doesn't affect the drink one way or the other.
I don't know if you guys, I don't
saw that.
think in the marketing that they sent you, it brought this up, but it's something that I know from my own perspective.
I actually threw the marketing to the side when you were here.
This
so
12 pack
there it
is
is.
part of what they call Camp Shock Top.
You
And
were camping with it?
here's this thing. In the 12 pack that you
Nasty
pick up,
slap cup with this.
there is there's like entries for what they're gonna have. I think there's like 4 of them, and they're adult camps. So like you can enter to go to be part of these adult camps. And the one thing that we do better than anybody else in the world is when we throw a party, we throw a party. Like it gets crazy. So the Camp Shock Tops that are going to take place, I imagine they're going to be like life changing. Because I mean, when the rest of the organization does events, they're
They're like when Intel and Microsoft used to do a game developer conference and they had like 17 floors. Like you go to these events and like, wow, these guys didn't do anything like anybody else.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to pour money into this. It's going to be awesome. And everybody's going to remember it. I still do.
Now, I just had this one in DC a couple months ago. I thought it was fantastic.
I think it's good, yeah.
You know why I like it? Because it doesn't have too much grapefruit.
Yeah, it's got that little tartness that you get from the grapefruit pith a little bit.
Yep.
That reminds you of eating a grapefruit.
But
You
it
know what
doesn't
I mean?
taste like grapefruit. Like it doesn't. Okay, so
It
for
does.
instance, this, you think?
A little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got
Well, I mean, it
grapefruit.
has great. No, but I guess what I mean is like this one. This tastes like apple cider with apples, like
Okay.
made.
What do you think about the Shandy?
This one tastes like very heavy on lemon.
Yeah.
Not my style because I have a problem with lemon in general. I don't know why. I just
Well, maybe lemons don't like you either. Maybe it's mutual.
I like lemonade, but for some reason it has lemonade alcohol always has like that polish.
Pine sol.
When
It's like a pine sol
life
thing.
hands you lemons, you don't make shandy.
Well, the other thing too is I notice I can't drink a lot of shandies because I find that they just don't taste right. They taste unbalanced.
They're heavy too. I mean,
Yeah.
But that tastes like a beer.
Beer is heavy to start with.
Yeah.
With the malt, but then you add the sweetness, the shandy, it gets filling really fast.
You find a lot of styles of beer in this category that are very sugary to cover up their poor balance. And the thing that we at the company have always strived for, even in all of our craft brands, like I have a craft brand out of Long Island called Blue Point, and we make a blueberry that is probably the most fantastic blueberry beer because it's still a beer, but it tastes and smells like blueberries. So I think that as
There's only a couple good ones out there.
Yeah, as an organization, we have always strived for, we sell beer and we give you beer with flavor, but we're not going to give you artificial flavor. We're going to give you, that real, like, it's still a beer kind of thing without the sugar coating on it.
How many grapefruits you have to kill to make this beer?
Millions of grapefruits died.
But this this one tastes like beer with grapefruit.
Yeah.
Right? This tastes like apple cider-ish, like tasty. I love like that crisp. This is a beer. Like this is your baseline, right?
Yeah.
Now this beer though isn't the base for these, right? Or is it?
I believe
they
so.
They take
I
this
believe it
recipe and
is.
they bring in a fruit.
Don't quote me on that. I believe that they use the Belgian White as the base for all of them across
because
the board.
I mean it's pretty timid, and it seems to me like if you bring a lot of flavor to this, you're gonna lose this most of the flavor. And it still tastes like beer to me. Like this one does. This one's probably fine for people who really dig shandies. Just not
the
me.
most divergent away from the beer is the pretzel in the wintertime.
Yeah, these are all wheats.
Pretzel. I mean, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Right. I mean, and I maintain the argument. Like, we had this back and forth with one of our viewers, and I was like, this is beer in America. Maybe other places as well. I don't know if you would have this stuff in Europe. I think it is.
Shock Top. Yeah, I think Shock Top has European distribution.
But even these?
Yeah, because the way it works is that in the bigger scheme of things, if we're doing 12 packs here, we're probably doing them in other countries too. Yeah.
Because it seems like an American thing, but my argument was
if you're doing 12 packs, there's only 3 of each in a box, so distribution. Yeah. And we're going to make a lot.
From the high end side, I know that we have moved the distribution of a lot of our bigger brands, like Goose Island's now in Europe. Like, I know that this was like the first year, maybe even the second year that we finally started doing full distribution for Bourbon County Stout. So like it's definitely moving into those other areas.
It's just my argument was, look, this isn't the only thing America has. They don't just do flavored beers. But why not? Like,
what's wrong with it?
Why can't I say, you know what? I like cranberry or I like grapefruit and I want a beer and but what I don't like is beer that tastes like fruit.
Exactly.
Right? I want a beer that has something different. I could drink the same beer every day if I want to.
It gets that overwhelming feeling where it's like malt liquor with a flavor additive on top of it. And I think that's gross.
Anything with and I don't know if any of these are your brands, but any of the iced ones, like the clear bottle ones.
It's not us.
Like I know you guys get Bud Light Lime.
Yep.
Right? And that to me, not thing I want, but when it comes down, I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, I understand what you're going for. It makes sense. It's like Corona with lime. Like, people like to put lime in there. And then there's people who, when you put out a Shock Top, do you guys ever put fruit in?
You can. It's a
I've seen
personal. It's a personal choice.
Restaurants who will serve it with like a orange peel, orange on like a wheel.
I do lemon wheel with Shock Top, the Shandy sometimes, but I mean
that's overkill, no?
It's all personal preference, you know.
Yeah, it's true. I would drop. I could drink any of these with lemon except for that one.
Drink what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And grapefruit, not a big fan of the fruit itself. Growing on me a lot real fast in the last couple of years. I'm gonna say.
Hey,
So does that mean that today we're going to see you do like shots of Campari? Is that what?
No.
Has it grown on you? No?
Yes, but not that much.
Kurt, you need a punch in the dick.
Yeah. Oh, we have a shot for you.
We have a shot for you,
It's called a punch in the dick.
I was like, do I get a real one? Like, what's going on?
Boom! And that comes after you take the shot. You're like, whoa, is there follow-up chaser? Yes! So there you go. I was going to taste 4 beers and have me and Ian go, oh, cool. And then you were here. I'm like, I don't even have to read the marketing material or anything. You just let everything out. And now the Shock Top people are going to be like, whoa, you didn't just take our beer. You brought on a guy that knows his shit and did this with it. Kick ass.
Yeah.
So, and I know, we're a cocktail show, but we get a lot of the beer stuff gets thumbs up and
we enjoy beer.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
we're beer,
there's a crossover.
Beer
At some point, I you know what? I don't even want to make a YouTube channel that's just beer reviews because everybody's doing that.
Everybody does it.
But at the same time, I bet you I could do it better because I can siphon people.
Yep.
But anyway, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. We're teaching you how to drink.
Beer.
It's just like ice sculpturing, but more fun because you get to break stuff. Worst case, if it doesn't come out right or you break one oddly, then just cut it into small pieces. It's still going to be pretty cool. So in this case, I'm either going to